YouTuber Bucks and two of his friends decided to explore a haunted forest at night, a place known for strange activities and rumoured to be where cults gather for rituals. They had barely entered the forest when they started hearing strange noises.
That's not a dog. There's no houses around.
It's a circle. It's like
Oh shit, like a fire.
yeah. They put something here.
Yeah guys, I don't know, I'm just out of breath. I don't like this. No.
As the sound seemed to get closer, the group panicked and ran. Later, after Bucks uploaded the video of their adventure, viewers noticed this. A glowing figure appeared to be lurking behind a tree, watching them. This camper sets up a hammock in a quiet forest when he starts hearing strange, unexplained noises as night falls. Feeling uneasy, he tries to find the source of the sounds, but finds nothing.
Leave the camera on for a bit, see if it picks anything up. I got back here and I'm standing here, and then suddenly the tree next to me just crashes, like, you know, like if a bird suddenly flew out of it, like it was startled. And the bushes are all shaking and it's crashing, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing there.
As night goes on, things get even worse. Rocks and branches start falling near the hammock.
And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch. There was no crack. There wasn't like a crack and then a crash. Just a large branch hit my tarp. It bounced the tarp down onto the hammock and then bounced off the tent. And every time I jumped up and got out, there was no movement, there was no nothing. Now,
The camper decides to pack up quickly and leave, promising never to return. After spending the night in his car, the camper meets a strange man on the road.
so, but I've come down here, and as I've stepped out of the woods, literally the entrance to go in there is just there. And there's a man just walking down the road by me, and he saw me and he went, "All right." And I was like, "All right." He went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, I just did a little hammock camp." And he says, he went, "You're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off.
Months later, after many viewers urged him to return, the camper goes back to the same forest with better equipment. As the night falls, the strange noises begin again.
It could just be someone walking a dog or something down the main track. Fuck, that was close. That was really close. I'm going quiet for a bit.
And this time, the camper captures fresh handprints on a tree.
Mice and things dotted about. Nothing around there. Fuck is that? There's 2 fucking handprints.
TikToker Justin Fender shares snippets of his life, including his family, bike, and car. But his usual content took a frightening turn on this day. Justin posted a video showing how to install reverse lights on his car. A viewer asked about the brightness of the lights, which led Justin to test them out in the woods at night. But then he accidentally captured something horrifying.
And these are the ones I just installed. Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
A creepy, bony arm was seen wrapped around a tree and then slowly moving out of sight. He didn't notice the arm until after the video was posted. Justin returned the next day, describing a strong sense of unease. And that's the feeling I get when you don't subscribe to my channel. YouTuber Mortis the Wizard went camping in the woods after getting a tip from a former satanic cult member and a local farmer about a terrifying spot in the forest. This place, called the Circle of Lucifer, was rumored to be used for satanic rituals and sacrifices. When Mortis arrived at the spot, he found something truly disturbing. Something that looked like human remains. He came across a spine and what seemed to be an arm and a hand with curled fingers. Although he considered that these could be animal bones, the creepy vibe of the find made him think they were something much more disturbing. The tip also mentioned that these sacrifices happened every month or even more often. The many bones scattered around made it clear that this place was as creepy as the rumors suggested. This video was taken in Colorado on October 8th by passengers on a narrow gauge train. As they headed toward their camping location, they saw something truly terrifying.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera, I'll do it.
You can see a tall, humanoid figure moving around. There aren't many creatures that match this description, so many people think it could be Bigfoot. If it really is Bigfoot, it would be the first for Colorado, as Bigfoot sightings are not common here. Urban Ghosts, a popular YouTube channel, recently took on a thrilling camping trip in a haunted forest. They chose a less traveled path, hoping to uncover something extraordinary. During their exploration, they recorded several intriguing EVPs, which are sounds believed to be from ghosts. However, the most captivating moment came when the team captured this.
So get out now, then it said, "Hi, Patty." Dude.
As the camera panned through the dark, a mysterious shape that appeared to be a woman was standing among the trees. Connor Kelly and his family were exploring the McCoy mine in Nevada, an old and abandoned mine shaft in the desert. The mine was huge, and they saw some old items from when it was active many years ago. To avoid any rocks falling from the ceiling, they tried to be as quiet as possible. Soon, they stumbled upon something truly unsettling.
So, do you see that reflection? They're trying to... Oh.
A large pile of children's shoes and bones. After taking a closer look at the pile, they decided to move further into the mine until they hit a dead end, where they found even more bones scattered on the floor. People who watched the video noted that the bones did not seem to be human. It's more likely they were from animals, possibly preyed on by creatures like mountain lions in the cave. The children's shoes, however, remain a mystery. One theory is that the shoes might have been collected by a serial killer, as it's known that some killers keep trophies from their victims. The The shoes were in various conditions. Some looked very old, while others seemed quite new. This suggests that the collection of shoes were gathered over a long period rather than being dumped all at once. On January 28, 2024, a family was camping in a secluded forest, enjoying a day of fishing. As they cast their lines into the river, a strange feeling of being watched crept over them. Eventually, their eyes were drawn to something odd across the river. The dark figure seemed to shift slightly before fading away, but if you look closely, you can still make out a faint outline where it disappeared, suggesting that it hadn't completely left. These campers had the most frightening experience ever. A lion wandered into their tent and started destroying their stuff.
That was a bit scary. Okay, now he's gonna go and get my pillow. We got snacks. No, he doesn't care. There's our chair.
After a long, tiring day, they came back to their tent to find the lion coming out of it. The lion spent the night roaming around their campsite, circling their tent and looking for something to attack. Even though they were scared, they tried to scare the lion away, but it didn't seem to bother the lion. The lion finally left when the sun came up, and the campers waited until they were sure it was gone before getting out of their car. Mark Andre was an environmental service director in a small town in Northern California. He spent a lot of time in the woods, and in February 2018, during one of his routine trips, he made an unusual discovery. Deep in the remote forest, he came across a small makeshift cabin. The structure was about 8 by 12 feet wide and 15 feet tall, with a locked door and no signs of anyone nearby. The cabin's location in such an isolated area made the find even more mysterious. Mark reported the cabin and brought in professionals to help. Over the next few days, they tried to contact the cabin's owner, but no one responded. Eventually, they broke the lock and entered the cabin. Inside, they found clear signs that someone had been living there recently. There was a pot-bellied stove, a small library, a typewriter, and shelves filled with jars and cans of food. Despite that, they couldn't find anything that revealed the owner's identity. Since the cabin was built illegally, they left an eviction notice on the door. However, when they returned a few days later to enforce the eviction, the cabin was gone. To this day, the identity of the person who lived in the cabin is unknown. As camper Trent tries to sleep, until a frightening noise suddenly wakes him up. He quickly grabs his weapon to defend himself against whatever threat is outside.
Did you hear that? Right over there. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaked out.
Ha!
Gosh, it just took off. It went around the shelter, and now it's coming back.
Get out of here! Come on!
Trent decides he can't stay there any longer and runs away.
gosh. What the crap? Get out! Ah! I gotta get out of here! Help me!
We just heard Trent screaming in the woods.
We can't take any chances, so we're all heading up there, and we're gonna just make sure that Trent's not in any danger. Watch your footing.
Hearing his distress calls, his friends quickly grabbed their gear and rushed to find him. A camper set up a trail camera to keep an eye out for predators like coyotes or bobcats, but what it recorded was much more disturbing. A figure dressed in white can be seen moving slowly through the trees. The recorder was shocked and worried, unsure about what it was. Some people think it could be the spirit of someone who died on the land. Others believe it could be a prank. Lewis Clark and his friends decided to explore an old train deep within a forest. Most of the train cars were empty, but when they reached the caboose, they found something terrifying.
What is that? What? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Just go. Just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we need to get out.
Fucking go. Go.
That shit. Come on.
Fuck.
The sheets inside were stained with red spots, and there seemed to be something heavy hidden beneath them. They were too scared to look underneath and quickly ran away, even jumping over another sheet on their way out. No one knows for sure what was under those sheets. Some people think it might have been a body, but that's just speculation. To this day, Lewis Clark and his friends haven't gone back to investigate further. Kyle was hiking on a trail in Provo, Utah, when he saw something that he thought was a bobcat kitten. Excited by the sight, he took out his phone and started recording. However, he soon realized that it wasn't a bobcat, but a cougar cub. He shouted loudly, hoping she would leave him alone. But the cougar was not easily frightened. She kept following him and even lunged towards him a few times.
Holy
These campers were having a beautiful sunny day outdoors. But as the sun began to set, most of them packed up and went home. But one couple chose to stay. As they settled down for the night, they heard a strange, ghostly sound coming from the woods.
I hope it's showing up. They're close. Yeah, let me open this.
Although this might have been a good reason to pack up and leave, the man was determined not to let a little scare ruin their adventure. His curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to investigate the source of the eerie noises, but found nothing. Later, at exactly 2:30 a.m., the man woke up again feeling his truck shift slightly and hearing footsteps outside. He got out of the car and shone his flashlight around, but saw nothing. The sounds grew louder and more unsettling, but despite their growing fear, the couple chose to stay. On September 6, 2016, a Reddit user shared a video link that captured a strange noise coming from the woods. The user thought it might be related to a nearby AM radio tower, but wasn't sure if such towers could make that kind of noise. After the post was published, people in the comments offered various theories about what could have caused the eerie sound. One idea was that strong winds blowing through a nearby cell tower might have created a strange noise due to the metal parts rubbing together. However, the original poster disagreed, saying there was very little wind that night and that even on windy days, they had never heard anything like it. Dan Bell, known for exploring some of the most unsettling locations across the US, decided to visit Leakin Park in Baltimore, Maryland, which has a dark history. Since the 1940s, at least 71 bodies have been discovered there. Dan, who had previously visited Leakin Park, returned after the grim discovery of Sean Kamal Kanya's body in a well.
Most likely when they threw
The victim in there,
when they threw him in there,
whatever came off of him during the impact.
yeah, he hit the wall on the way down, and that's, oh my God.
In his recent documentary, Dan and a friend encounter a series of unnerving events. They stumble upon the well where the body was found. Their investigation is further disturbed when they notice a figure lurking from a distance.
There's something back here on the trail, and I don't know if it's an animal or a person.
Their search takes an even more chilling turn when they find a bag in the woods containing something deeply unsettling.
Oh God. What is that? Oh God, this is too creepy. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, it's an animal. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's a dog. Oh my God. Oh. Oh no. Oh, the smell. You can see. It's got a dog collar right there.
Earlier this year, a video from the YouTube channel History caught people's attention. A woman had set up a security camera on the front of her house. What the camera ended up capturing was something she never expected. A strange, bird-like creature quickly runs across the screen. The creature seems to have very long, thin legs, a large white head that might have been a beak, and a black midsection, which people think is covered in feathers. The woman who captured the footage says she had encountered this being before, but never had proof until that night. Some people think it might be a large bird, like a wild turkey or an ostrich, but the creature's slender appearance doesn't match. Unlike ostriches and emus, whose legs bend inward, this creature's legs bend forward and seem to have knees. There's a possible link to ancient Native American legends, particularly a sandstone tablet called the Chihoka Birdman, created by the Mississippian people around 1300 AD. This artifact, found in present-day Illinois, shows a half-man, half-bird figure that looks similar to the creature in the video. Since these Native Americans lived not far from where the sighting took place, there could be a connection. But even with all this evidence, the creature remains unidentified. A group of friends were camping in a cemetery when things started to take a creepy turn. As the night wore on, the atmosphere grew increasingly unsettling. One of the friends suddenly began acting very strangely. His voice changed, and he started moving in an odd way, almost as if something else was controlling him. Back in 2020, a YouTuber named Leviathan uploaded a creepy video called A Skin Walk in the Woods. Leviathan had been hearing strange noises coming from his barn, so he decided to check it out and filmed everything. This is what he caught. Instead of leaving, Leviathan went back to the barn. Soon after, Leviathan posted another video where the same creepy screeching noises were even worse. Then, without any explanation, Leviathan stopped posting videos altogether. Now, let's continue with this next video.